In this video I'm going to have a look at this Makita DHP458 hammer drill, which has got a broken off drill bit jammed in the chuck. I bought it on that basis from a bloke on eBay. The listing said that it wasn't possible to get the drill bit out, so I thought I'd have a go. I believe this works. I'm just going to put a battery on it. Yeah. So I think it should be possible to get that bit out of there. I don't know how easy this is to see, but it looks like, I'll try and turn it slowly. It looks like someone's had a go at that before, going by the marks on there. Let's see how I get on. First thing I'm going to do is put some penetrating oil down into the chuck. I use this XCP1 stuff, which I found to be very good. I may as well first of all just see whether it's possible to undo it by hand. I very much doubt it. No, that's going nowhere. I'm going to try clamping it into the vise. As this drill's got a broken off bit in it of a decent size, I'm able to clamp that in the vise rather than the chuck. So let's give this a try to begin with. I'm going to try and loosen it using a motor, see if I can get it to spin a bit in the chuck. I'm going to be a bit careful here, I don't break my wrist. Oh, that's come loose in the vise. Jackpot. Well, I'd say that was a success. Question is, does this chuck work? Oh dear. Don't think so. Well, let's investigate further. It looks quite rusty in there, so it may be that it is just held in place by rust. Maybe I can free it off. It's definitely worth a go. A bit more penetrating oil in there, quite a lot actually. And I'm going to clamp the chuck itself into the vise. I'll just put a bit of cloth around it, just so that the teeth of the vise don't mess it up any further than it already is. Oh, is that spinning? Oh, hello. Yep, and back. Ow! What did I say about not breaking my wrist? Yeah, need to be a little bit careful doing this. It's really tight. Three jaws and chuck are all lined up, so it's not like one of them slipped off its mechanism. I think I might persevere with this a bit. think what I'm going to do, because I can't turn the collar, which selects either hammer, drill or screwdriver mode, although I can turn the collar, which adjusts the torque setting, is to put some more penetrating oil in here. See if I can work this free. That way I can turn it onto screw setting, and I can then hopefully whiz the chuck back up and down without it snatching at the end. I've taken it out of the vise, as you can see, clamped it onto the workbench so I can try and free off this collar before we revisit the chuck. There's a slight bit of movement in there, and I think once it starts to move it should be okay. It's just getting it to move. Oh, hello. There we go. That's moving between screwdriver and drill mode. I'm going to hammer at the moment. Oh, there we go. That's hammer. I suppose it's worth checking if the torque control actually works. It's in screwdriver and in the lowest torque mode. Yeah, that works. Around to, what's that, 11? Can't quite grip that. Oh, that's the chuck running. Might actually be getting somewhere with this. So unclamp it from the bench. Wow. Okay, looks like it was just rusted up and full of dust and dirt. That's good. Right, I think what I'll do is I'm just going to carry on and just make sure all these switches are nice and clean. The speed selector on the top is another mechanical switch on the top of the gearbox, so I'll use a bit more penetrating oil on that, but I'm not going to spray too much in because I don't want it running into the motor. That seems pretty good actually, it's very positive. The other switch is an electrical switch, a trigger switch I mean. So I'm going to use some of this Electrolube, it's not Electrolube is it, Servosol switch cleaner. I'm going to spray that into there and try and work the direction controller back into as well. So I'm just going to make sure that this chuck will actually grab onto a bit. That's absolutely fine. Don't want to let go. Oh, there we go. yeah, that actually works really well. Well, now that I've established that everything's good, I'm just going to pop the back off and see what the brushes look like. Yeah, hopefully you can see there where I've just popped that little clip off, the wire going into the carbon part of the brush, that there's plenty of meat left on that one. The other one's a bit less easy to see, but there's a bit more on the other one, so we're good to go. There are two little blue spacers in the back of the cover for the brushes, and they sit on top of the little bit of wire on the clip, which holds the brush in place. And I just need to make sure that they are in place in the cover before replacing it. Alright then, I'm just going to give it a little clean up and well, good to go I think. Well, all in all, that was pretty successful. All that was really wrong with this was the fact that it had got, I don't know what, cement dust or general dirt and detritus jammed in the chuck, which had gummed it up. I think that had just stopped it from freeing off on that drill bit. I am surprised that the person who had it before didn't manage to get the drill bit out. Perhaps they didn't try. Perhaps it was a works drill and they just bought another one. Because other than that, it's pretty good as far as I can see. It's not had a great deal of abuse. It's 2018 drill, so only a couple of years old. So all in all, I'm pretty pleased. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, write a comment below the video, and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.